Welcome to my Asshole Podcast. Let's get into it. Welcome to my Asshole Podcast. It is Friday, and you know what today is? It is Patreon Day. Not only is it Patreon Day, it is the May free Patreon Day episode. So, you lovely free 99 people are getting this episode for free. Oh man, absolutely for free. God damn it. I always love to do one episode a month free for the Patreon. Just so that way it does bring traffic over to the Patreon. You guys get to see what juiciness we got going on over here. And it's nice. I love it. I've been seeing and noticing that a lot of people have been coming on over to the Patreon. I appreciate it, man. I think we're up to 30 members on Patreon. Craziness. I did not think that many of you were on Patreon. I was like, kind of flabbergasted. I will not lie to you. I was like, wow, 30 people on the Patreon. Woo! Man. Oh, it's been amazing. So if you want to get over there, man, head on over to patreon.com/myasshole podcast. Get that exclusive episode every single Friday, man. 30 people are already getting that exclusive episode, and I'm sure they haven't looked back yet. But without further ado, we are going to get into today's juicy ass episode. Woo! Is it juicy? We got some amazing scenarios. We got a funny thread for you. I'm excited. Today's thread is, what's one confession you'd only make anonymously? Alright? So what are y'all confessing out here that you're like, nah, I ain't tying my name to that shit name? Alright, let's get into our first one. When I was 13, my buddy from church invited me to go bowling and eat pizza at a place called the Golden Spike Pizzeria. We got there and had amazing pizza, and when we were almost done bowling, I had to go poop. So I went and horrifically clogged the toilet, and I panicked, so I kept flushing and broke the flushing handle. Yo, that's crazy. I ran out of the bathroom and said that I did not feel good and that we needed to leave now. As we were walking out, we walked by the bathroom and I could see a river of water and poop chunks coming out from under the door towers the bowling lanes. Years later, I drive by and not only did Golden Spike close down, but the building was demolished. That is insane. Yo. My man, bro, 13 years old and you was pushing out doo-doos like that? That's insane, man. That's insane. God damn. That man must have been eating hearty to be pushing out doo-doos that big, bro. That's insane. Shit. No pun intended. All right. What is a confession that you could only say anonymously? I was on a plane once and had terrible gas, like bubble gut, peel paint off the wall kind of gas. I got up to use the lavatory as a small tester. I put out confirmed a crop dust would put me and the people around me in need of an oxygen mask. When I got there, it was occupied. I couldn't hold back the pressure, so I just blasted. Unfortunately, it was silent. It was as terrible as I thought it would be, but the flight attendant thought it was coming from the lavatory. She started spraying Lysol at the lavatory door, assuming that was the source of the death cloud. As soon as she started spraying, the lady exited the lavatory and into the spray. She also witnessed the woman in the seat next to the lavatory furiously fanning the air. They all thought the woman in the lavatory was the cause. I let her take the fall. Yeah, I would let her take the fucking fall too, man. I'd be like, yeah, that wasn't me. That was not me. Hell nah. Hey, that was the beginning of that lady's villain story right there. She was just like, who the fuck? Because I guarantee you the whole flight, everybody was looking at her like, you old stank ass bitch. They were like, you old stank ass bitch. You over there blowing up the toilet on a plane. How dare you? The fuck you eat? Man, because imagine, like, having a seat next to the bathroom on a plane is the worst seat you could ever have. Oh my God, the worst seat, because it takes one person. It takes one fucking person to ruin your entire flight, man. Your entire flight gets ruined over one fucking person. Nah, I'm good. I'm good on that. Oh. All right. Wait a minute. I think so. Okay, here we go. Okay. What? Hold on. What is the thread again? Okay. What is one confession you'd only make anonymously? All right. I used to work in an online chat room, and it was basically a huge scam where men would think they'd been chatting to the same woman for sometimes years and be paying like £1 per message, and it was actually just random girls. We'd get like so many seconds to quickly read the previous message thread and reply. A lot were just on there for sex talk, but many men were just desperate to meet up with the person they'd fallen for over the internet, and it was obviously never going to happen. I quit when an older guy, I think maybe in his 70s, said he spent almost all his life savings talking to this person, and he'd start to realize he never met her. Broke my heart, bro. No. My boy thought that he was talking to one girl that whole time, but in reality he was talking to like 10 to 20 rotating girls that don't know anything about this dude. They don't give a fuck about this dude, nothing. Oh, and my man was 70 years old and just lonely, spent all his life savings. That's crazy. My man got to go work at Walmart now because he spent all his life savings. Man, that's insane, dude. That's insane. And he thinks he's talking to one girl, but no, he's just talking to some chicks on rotation who don't care at all. Wow. Woo! Wow, man. Ah. All right. What is a confession that you can only confess anonymously? I used to hide under my parents' deck and say cuss words. They still don't know. What? All right. Hey, I mean, do your thing, brother. Do your thing, man. I guess so. All right, what is a confession that you can only make anonymously? I was out of my head on Coca-Cola when my father called me to the hospital that my grandma was dying. Snorting lines and then going back to her dying was surreal. Do not recommend. Glad I'm over that nonsense. Bro, what in the hell? I mean, I'm glad you got your life, priorities right, because that's crazy. I will never, and I mean ever, understand why it is that people, I guess, get addicted to drugs like that, where they just become their whole lives. Like, I don't personally understand it. I really don't. I really don't understand how that becomes their personal, because you don't get anything out of it, is my point. You don't get anything out of it. Like, for me, I look at it like, if I'm going to do something and I'm going to be spending money on something, I want to get something out of it. I would like to get something out of it. Like this podcast, I get something out of it because I get interaction with you guys, and I get to see your comments and you guys, interacting and stuff like that with the content. Like, I get that kind of interaction out of something. Like with drugs, it's like, what do you get out of that? I will never, and I mean ever, understand that like motive, I guess. It's weird to me. Absolutely weird to me. It's like, what the hell is going on here? But hey, do your thing. It is what it is. All right, what is a confession that you can only confess anonymously? I'm adopted. Whoa.
What did he say?
That's kind of crazy. Won't lie to you, that's kind of crazy. All right. My biological mom was a teen, 15 or 14, when she had me, and she is the oldest. Her parents made her put me up for adoption and kept it a secret. It was closed, so no chance of finding out who she was or her family. Well, 20 years later, I met this girl. We hit it off, ended up hooking up, and whoops, condom broke, baby won. Okay, cool, no sweat. The baby mama and I stayed exclusive, but don't get married. And then baby 2 finally decided to get married, submit for family test, and bam, I had been having babies with my aunt.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
That's insane. What? Oh my God. Woo! Imagine. Like, bro, that's your nephew, bro. No. You have kids with this person. You have children. Woo! I mean, I guess there's no going back. You guys are married. Wow. Woo! There's so much to unpack. Oh my God. Wow. Okay. So, I guess, he never knew his biological family. He never knew them. He was just living life, doing his thing, a vida loca. And then all of a sudden, he meets this girl. He's like, man, this girl's really beautiful. She's so sweet. She's cool than this and that. They get a canoodling, accidentally have a baby. He's like, you know what? I'm going to stay for the baby. Then he doesn't find out after baby 1. They have baby 2, and then they decide to get married. Then he finds out. I wonder how he found out. I'd love to know how he found out that was his aunt. That's insane, bruh. Man. Whew, shit. Oh my God, man. I want to know how he found out. That's crazy. Woo! Hey. That's probably the best one. I don't think anything could top that one, man. God, that's probably going to be the best one of this thread. Damn. All right. What is a confession that you can only confess anonymously? I took a dump in a public bathroom in Sears once. It got clogged, so I couldn't flush. As I walked out of the stall, the next person walked in, quickly washed my hands, and ran out of there. Could hear the person swearing as I ran out. Imagine being that dude, bro. You got to take a doo-doo so bad. You're like, oh, cool. Oh, thanks, man. I'm so glad you're done. And then you go to sit down and you just see a log just out of the water, bro. And you're like, oh, come the fuck on. Hey, it would be a thing where I'm like, look, bro, I'm about to pile mine on top of this because I gotta go. And then the fucked up part about it is that they would think it was only you. They would think that it's only you that clogged up the toilet. And you're like, no. The doo-doo on the top is mine. The doo-doo on the bottom is another guy's. Oh, my God, bro. Oh, and then whoever had to clean that up, I bet they were like, bro, this dude has so much doo-doo. It's crazy. Oh, because I'm piling my doo-doo on top of his, man. Like, if I gotta go that badly, I'm piling mine on top of his, man. I gotta go, man. I'm not holding it in longer. Hell nah. I'm piling mine on top of his, man. God damn. Woo! Oh, shit. You guys are a hoot, man. All right, what is a confession that you can only confess anonymously? I was going down on my girlfriend and she started to orgasm, but unfortunately, she had a fart loaded in the chamber and couldn't keep it in, so she farted literally right in my face. Damn, that's insane. I personally think it's fucking hilarious, and I laughed for days after it happened. She, however, was completely embarrassed, and yes, I reassured her that it was okay, and I genuinely thought it was funny. Honestly, the best part is we were filming ourselves when it happened, so I have it on video. Yo, that's insane. That's insane. I've had that happen before, but we were doing doggy style, and she just pooted, and I was like, that's funny. She was like, it's a queef, I promise. I'm like, nah, girl, I smell it. Queefs don't smell like that. They sure do sound like that, but they do not smell like that, girl. It's okay. It's all right. Oh, man. That's funny. That is absolutely funny. Oh, shit. Ah, shoot. Okay. All right, what is a confession that you can only confess anonymously? My cousin made me kiss her when I was a kid. She wanted to show me different kinds of kisses. Hey, I mean, what? Oh,
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
chill out, my mans. Goddamn. You know, that a little Sweet Home Alabama on that one. You know what I mean? Goddamn. Shee. All right, what is a confession that you can only confess anonymously? I fuck with a friend of mine. He is overweight and not very attractive, but I get turned on by the actual effort he puts into it. He is especially good when eating me out. Okay, this is a girl. Something I discovered when I once whined about how few men want to do it. I asked him why that was, and he said, "Don't look at me. I like doing it." So, I mean, why not just date this guy? Like, what the fuck? Like if you're willing to have sex with the dude, why not just date this guy? You know what I mean? I mean, I guess it's one of those things where she kind of looks at it like, no, as far as like the sexual box, he checks that off. But I guess in other areas, he doesn't really check those boxes off. That's what I'm guessing. I don't know. You women are weird and I'll never understand it, but it is what it is, I guess. I mean, hey, you know, it's a W for him. He gets his clap cheeks. You know, that's a W for him. I won't lie to you. That's a W for him. All right, what is a confession that you can only confess anonymously? One time I was jerking it in a chair and was sort of leaning back when I came. A perfect storm of direction my dick was pointing, the exact angle I was leaning, and the unusual force with which my jizz was propelled combined so that I watched in surprise as a jet of my own semen arced through the air and landed in my own eye. That's crazy. My man said he gave himself a facial.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
That's insane. That is insane. Wow. Okay. All right, bro. That is insane. Oh, shit. Like, my man was like, I nutted on my own face. That's insane. All right, what is a confession that can only confess anonymously? After finding out my wife cheated on me and working through it, I still get these waves of feelings that I can't get over and start looking into the divorce process. Yo! Wow. I mean, I've always said it, dude, like, if you're a guy and your girl cheats on you, man, honestly, that relationship is effectively over, bro. Because, again, I've always said it, man. It takes women a lot more to reach that threshold of actually cheating and sleeping with another guy, you know. And when they get there, a lot of times it's under the guise of, you know, she thinks that other guy is better than you. She's not really feeling anymore. She broke up with you a long time ago in her head. Like, I think she's kind of just in this relationship because the guy who she was cheating on with, he wasn't really trying to give her a relationship like that. She didn't want to be single, so she was just like, fuck it, I'm going to just go back with my mans. I would leave that relationship as quick as possible. I won't lie to you. I understand divorce could be sticky. It could be a whole mess of things, but I mean, bro, if you're not happy and you're thinking about it like that, it's time to go. It's time to go, my guy. Man. All right, I'm going to do 3 more and we'll end the thread. So, what is a confession that you can only confess anonymously? I was walking through New York on a trip and really had to use the bathroom. I rushed over 2 blocks to the only store open on Times Square at the time, McDonald's, and unloaded on the bathroom. Sadly, the poop blasted out of me so fast I couldn't sit down in time, so it covered the wall in the back of the toilet in the largest dump I've ever taken. I quickly hovered and wiped and rushed out of there. As I turned the corner to leave, the dude in line, one of 5 people, walked in and loudly said, "Oh, what the fuck?" I won't lie to you, if I was the dude who like doo-dooed all over the place and I heard that, I would kind of be laughing. Won't lie to you. I would kind of be laughing. I have not returned to New York for fears of having a warrant out for my arrest for destruction of a bathroom, bro. That is insane. Golly, man. That's insane. That's nasty too. This is why, for me, I am so glad I have the job that I have. You have no idea, dude. Oh my God, you have no idea. I am so happy with the job that I have that I don't have to clean that type of shit. And I don't have to deal with people like that. Oh my God, bro. Oh, I'm telling you. Because I remember back when I used to work in retail and I would hear all these horror stories of people just blowing up the bathroom, and there was, crackheads in the bathroom and doing crazy shit. And I'm like, nah, man. Nah. I'm so glad I never had to worry about that. Ay, bro. All right. What is a confession that you can only confess anonymously? My ex didn't shower after we had sex during that time of the month, which I didn't know about because we didn't live together. The following night, I went to be a good girlfriend and take care of him. And in return, I got a disgusting taste of my own period blood. Oh, God. Oh. So, I mean, big ups to my boy. Periods only stop a sentence out in this camp. All right. Baby girl, I do not care if you're on your period. I'm fucking, but I'm taking a shower after. What the hell? That's kind of disgusting. I won't lie to you, man. I'm not about to have dry blood on my dick. That's kind of weird. Yeah, I'm a shower, or at least get like not a Kleenex, no, like a wet nap or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, if you ain't trying to shower, that's fine. All right. Because I used to do that. I used to buy dude wipes, and I would wipe my shit up and be like, bam, we chilling like a villain. If I don't need to shower, I don't want to shower, whatever the case may be, you get something like that, you straight up. You get a little dude wipe, you clean her up a little bit, because she going to be a mess. Trust me, been there, done that. But that's nasty, though. I was so disgusted and humiliated. It's my fault for assuming a grown man would practice good hygiene. Yeah, a lot of dudes are just, they be neglecting their hygiene. It's bad. It's bad. I don't get it. I'm like, bro, I can't be funky. I can't. I don't like that. I don't at all. I don't even like wearing, dirty clothes, if I'm being straight with you. You know what I mean? Like, I just, nah, it just makes me feel uncomfortable. It makes me feel just gross, even though I'm home by myself or whatever. And it's like, nah, can't do it. Can't do it, man. All right, this is going to be our last one for today's thread. What is a confession that you can only confess anonymously? this will get lost in the comments. Oh, it hasn't, buddy. It hasn't. We got you right under the wire. But I wrote a lot of erotica, like hundreds of stories. I used to publish them as ebooks and sold them through Amazon Marketplace. You name the kink, I wrote erotica about it. It was a great side hustle for a while. I made enough to buy a motorcycle, a convertible, and a few vacations. It was also weird to think that there are like tens of thousands of people out there who rubbed one out while reading my words. Hey, I mean, if I'm being honest with you, weirdly enough, ever since we started doing the Thursday show where we do the spicy book and all that kind of stuff, your boy has been dabbling in some erotica. I won't lie to you. I've been writing my own erotica. I really have. It's been fun. It is fun. I ain't gonna lie to you, coming up with stories and, I do a lot of like the weird cliches, like the teacher student shit, weirdly enough, some brother sister shit, or like some some dom and sub shit. I've done one where it's like a mobster and a housewife and all that. I've done a lot of them. I keep them to myself, of course, but they're just fun to kind of write, just to do in my spare time. I've gotten into like creative writing. It's kind of been a way where I've been able to, I don't know, just fill my time with something that stimulates my mind a little bit instead of just, just filling that time with shit that is not, I guess, useful to me. I don't know. It's just something I got into ever since we started reading these books. I'm like, oh man, I could kind of read these books. I could like do these books, like make my own little stories and stuff like that. Yeah. That is my confession that I am not confessing anonymously, but that's my confession for the thread. So, all right, but that's going to go ahead and be the end of that thread, man. Hope you guys enjoyed that thread. Woo! I told you it was juicy. Didn't I tell you? I told you. Didn't I tell you? Because I told you. Yes, it was a juicy thread, man. You guys let me know what you think about it in the comments. And if you want to put down an anonymous, little confession of your own, I shared mine. Hopefully we want to share yours. Definitely put it down in the comments and let your boy know. All right? But without further ado, we're going to hop through announcements because today is the free Patreon Day episode. So yes, we do have announcements in this one. I know my Patreon people are like, come on, man, you don't do announcements on Patreon episodes. On the free ones, yes, we do. Just because this one is going out to the free 99 people. So again, if you like episodes like this and you want episodes that are a little more unhinged, a little more, spicy, if you will, then head over to patreon.com/Am I the Asshole Podcast. Link down in the description. It'll always be in my link tree. I'll have it there. I do need to have it kind of as its own link so that way you guys don't have to go through a link tree and then go to the Patreon. I will do that. I'll edit that out for you guys and edit it up today. That way it's like its own little link, because I have gotten that complaint a few times. Like people are like, I don't see it in the description links. Yeah, that's kind of what they always say, and I'm just like, it's in the link tree. So I will make a separate link so that way you can either use the link tree or you can use that link to get to Patreon. All right. And so, my audio listeners, I did not know that majority of my audio listeners are actually on Apple Podcast. I did not know that. Hello. How are you, Apple Podcast people? Oh my goodness. I've always been talking to the Spotify people, and I did not know that actually there is a higher percentage of people on Apple Podcasts than there is on Spotify. Crazy. That was something I did not notice. I was going through my analytics like I always do. I always go through them at least once or twice a week just to kind of see how the episodes are doing, what people are liking, what episodes are popular for the week, and just kind of gauging what you guys like and what you guys are doing and stuff like that, so that way I can kind of curate the content a little towards you guys. And so I was going through my analytics of like where you guys listen and where you guys, all that and stuff. And there is a higher percentage of you guys. I think I can pull up the actual stats. I was so surprised to see that though. I was like, I I didn't think that there were more people on Apple Podcasts than there was on Spotify. So on Apple Podcasts, 43% of you guys are listening on Apple Podcasts, while only 38% of you guys are listening on Spotify. Crazy to me. I always thought Spotify was kind of the place to listen to podcasts, but I guess Apple Podcasts is the place. Most of you guys have iPhones, so it's just, I guess, natural. That's where you guys listen to your stuff. So, hey, that's awesome. I appreciate you. Please rate us. Rate us 5 stars. It helps out a lot. Again, Spotify people as well, rate 5 stars, man. Keep downloading the episodes. I appreciate all the support you guys have been showing, man. And then, we got like over 3,000 countries, which is insane. Like, we have people up in Quebec. My people's out there. Got people's in Birmingham. I think that's the UK, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Birmingham should be the UK, and then Quebec should be Canada, and then we have people in Arizona and Washington, different states and stuff like that. But I mean, damn, man, this show reaches over 3,000 countries so far. Amazing, so awesome. I just want to give you guys just a big thank you. If I'm being honest with you, the fact that you guys come check out the episodes, whether you're here for the Thursday episodes, whether you're here for the Tuesday episodes, whether you're here for all the episodes, I appreciate it. I just do. I thank you so much. All right. That is a big thing. When I check my analytics, I like to try to get a little personal with them. That way, you guys get little special shout outs and all that good stuff. But yeah, man, I did not know that Apple Podcasts was the place. Did not know that, but now I do. But, all right, so, and if you want to help out even more on the free 99 side of things, go ahead and follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and subscribe on YouTube, man. We have been showing some significant growth, especially on TikTok, man. You guys have been killing on TikTok. In the last, 2 weeks or so, we've gone up 200-300 followers. You guys have been going ham over there. Appreciate all that support. I really do. Instagram is slow but steady, if I'm being honest with you. And I can definitely tell the most of you guys check out our clips on TikTok, which, it is what it is. I always find TikTok to be a better shorts platform anyway. And then, if you subscribe to us on YouTube, definitely check out our streams. This episode will be coming out around 5 p.m. So if you're listening to this episode, I might be live on YouTube at that point. So definitely come check us out, man. Check us out live on YouTube. I always go live Monday, 5 p.m., but on Fridays and Sundays, sometimes I'm live. It just kind of depends. All right. So definitely tap in, join in, check your boy out. We're doing that thing. And that is 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. So, but I'm good. I'm done with all the announcements. Let's get into today's scenarios. All right. I just wanted to get those things out of the way. And we have our first one, which is, what's so wrong with just being the quiet coworker who keeps to yourself? All right. A coworker was just showing another female coworker pics of her daughter at prom. Then the one who was looking at the picture says something like, yeah, we're a picture-loving group here. And then goes down the list of everyone in our department and how they show pictures of their kids, nieces and nephews, etc. Then she gets to me and says, except for Mike over there, he doesn't show us pictures of anything at all. I didn't say anything, but little comments like that do get under my skin a little. I'm the youngest one here and don't have a wife or serious girlfriend, so I just don't have family pics to share. Even if I did, what's so wrong with just keeping your personal life personal? I don't think anything is wrong with keeping your personal life personal. If I'm being honest with you, you should keep it personal. You should. Because some people, and I understand, I don't think there's anything wrong with this, but some people, their job is like their social time. They don't really have a social life outside of work. And so their social life is at work. And there's a lot of people like that. There's a lot of people I work with that are like that. There's a lot of people I used to work with that are like that. It just is what it is. You're obviously the type of person who probably looks at it like, I have a social life outside of work. I have friends and people that I hang out with regularly, so I don't really need to talk to y'all. He is younger, so he's probably like, I don't have anything in common with y'all. If I'm being honest with you, bro, there ain't nothing wrong with it. Get your money, get in and get out. That's how I work, if I'm being honest with you. I go to work, I do my job, and I leave. Because if I'm being straight with you, I ain't trying to be nobody's friend out there. You know what I mean? Sure, I have people that I am close with. You know, I have some people at work that I really fuck with and all that good stuff, 100%. But I only have maybe like one, maybe two guys that I actually fuck with at work. Everybody else, hey man, it's hey, how you doing? Get my work done and I go home, bruh. If I'm being straight with you. And that's just the way it goes, because I don't really take too much stock in like having friends at work and all that kind of, I just don't. I really don't. Like if somebody wants to be close to me or whatever and all that, sure, you know, I'll be close to you and we're acquaintances and all that kind of stuff. But for the most part, man, I'm like, I'm here to make my money and go home. Yeah, I mean, so that's just me, and I think that's you as well. I don't see anything wrong with that, man. Get your bread, get in, and get out, bruh. All right, let's get on to our next one. Cheating story. Bride to be cheating with stripper in limo. Damn.
She belongs to the streets.
That's crazy, bro. All right. I was talking to limo driver and he told me a crazy story. 5 girls rented a limo and they brought in a stripper. They were doing drugs, possibly C. Okay, I don't know what C is. Oh, the cocaina. All right. And they took turns blowing the stripper. Not sure if all of them, but at least 3 of them took turns blowing the stripper, and one of them was the future bride. Woo! That's insane. Oh my God, I would call them whole if you know what I mean. I'm sure he means like hoe or something. I don't know. That's crazy. That's someone's wife right now. Fellas, watch who you marry. Women cheat a lot before tying the knot. He said he's seen more cheating, but this was the worst crap he's ever seen. He picked them up from the strip club and drove them till they asked to be dropped off at the hotel end of night. Probably the BJs were not enough. Yo, homeboy got to fuck. Yo, wow. Woo! Hey, man. Sometimes you gotta be careful. Sometimes you gotta be careful, man, on who you marry, because you never know. You never know sometimes who you're marrying. And it can get scary, man. It can get scary. That's insane. That's somebody's wife right now. That is somebody's wife right now. Woo! That's crazy. That is crazy. That's a wild story. That is a very wild story. Imagine being the limo driver, bro. You know, I'd be like, shit, where's mine at? Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, anybody trying to, you know, smoke on my pole? Like, shit, what's up? You know, I got one hot and ready for you over here and shit. I'm just saying, you know, I'm just saying. Like, shit. All right, let's get on to our next one. I told him no. He did it in my sleep, and I don't know how to feel. Okay. It's not uncommon for us to drink/smoke a lot on our days off. I've also been taking some allergy medications, and drowsiness is a side effect. Not sure if this is relevant, but I've been going to bed early since starting them. Around midnight, I started drifting off. Boyfriend tries to convince me to stay up, but I tell him no. I'm really tired and have to work in the morning. He tries a little more and tries to seduce me. I'm firm in saying no. He says he's going to masturbate, but I say okay. He asks if it's okay if he touches me, like my boobs and my butt, if I'm asleep. I say yes, and he asks if it's okay if finishes on my butt. I laugh and say sure, that's okay. Hey, do your thing. All right. He asks about finishing on my boobs instead. I say no. He asks about penetration. I say no. He says okay. Very clear, explicit boundaries of what is and what is not okay. Because of my allergies, I had a hard time breathing, so I was in and out of sleep last night. One of the times, I swear I felt him in me. I woke up this morning and he asked me if I remembered the night before. I was convinced that I was feeling him inside me, but was just a weird dream, so I said no, not really. He tells me about how drunk and sleepy I was, that I was talking in my sleep, and that I woke up a couple times asking for water/tissues, but he didn't mention sex. So I assumed it was a dream until 2 minutes later when I'm in the bathroom and semen runs down my leg. Oh, he nutted inside you. My stomach dropped. He definitely penetrated me and finished in me while I was asleep. My boyfriend has never been aggressive or scummy or a liar, so I spent like 10 minutes trying to figure out where the miscommunication was. Did I say something in my sleep that made him think I was consenting? And why didn't he mention it? I decided to test it. If I had consented in my sleep, I'll question him about it and he'll tell me so. When I get out of the shower, I asked him if he finished on my butt, what we agreed to. He seemed caught off guard, and I'm like, yeah, you said you were gonna masturbate and finish on my butt cheeks. There was cum on my thigh and thought you would have wiped it off. I guess it clicks for him, and he says he did and recounts how tired I was and that I didn't want sex. So he masturbated, finished on my butt, and wiped off my butt, but must have missed a spot. I said okay and left it at that. I haven't confronted him about lying because I don't know what to say or what to do. That's a tough one, because there's going to be some people that are going to be like, oh, that was grape. You know what I mean? They're going to immediately go to that camp. I mean, personally, I would give you the advice of like, look, you know, whether he did or he didn't, if you feel like, hey, it is what it is and it's okay, you know, if you believe him, is what I mean. Like, if you believe him and you think it's okay, then, hey, leave it at that. It is what it is. But, and that's a but that he came on. No. But if you do feel like, you know what I mean, something happened and you were uncomfortable with that situation, again, it's just a tough situation, because it's like, if he did penetrate you, all right, and nutted in you, and obviously that wasn't with your consent, are you going to go down the route of breaking up with him because you kind of feel some type of way about it? You feel defiled, you feel, you know, upset about it, whatever the case may be. Like, it all depends on what you're going to do afterwards, because, you know, you obviously admitted that he's never been like a scummy guy. He's never been this and that. So, you know, you might be able to take him at his word. But again, if you take him at his word and say you believed a lie and he felt like, oh shit, I got away with it. You know what I mean? Like, I stuck my dick in her, I nutted in her, and I got away with it. He might, you know, feel like he could try to get away with it again. And I understand that point as well. But if it was me and I was in that situation, I would just believe my partner at that point and be like, you know what? Hey, I'm gonna believe my partner. We had the boundaries. You stayed within the boundaries, and it is what it is. This is what you told me, and I would only believe my partner just because I would want to give my partner the benefit of the doubt of like, nah, they wouldn't do this heinous act to me. You know what I mean? They wouldn't do this and then lie about it. You know, they wouldn't go that far. Hopefully, I would hope that they wouldn't. But you never know. Like, some people, you know, be switching up and that happens. But I would hope that my partner just wouldn't do that. And I would say, put a little bit of benefit of the doubt in your partner and give them like, hey, okay, you know, maybe he missed a spot. Is what it is. Maybe he missed a spot. It's not like he could have thoroughly cleaned you off anyway, just for the simple fact that, but the fact that like, a lot of people would poke holes in it and be like, but don't you think, you know, the cum would have been dry? You know what I mean? Instead of it running down your thigh. Don't you think it would have been dry? Like, if it's running down your thigh, that means it was in the coochie and it just dribbled out. And you would be right. You would be right. And then that would obviously be like, that would cause for, grounds of evidence like, oh, no, you did do that. But again, that one's a tough one because it all depends on just how you feel about your partner, whether you want to believe them or not. Obviously, you said that your partner has never really given you a reason to give you any of that doubt. You said verbatim that he was never a liar or anything like that. I mean, I'll read it verbatim, that he was never aggressive, scummy, or a liar. And so if he's already kind of showing you that that's not the type of dude that he is, again, I would give him the benefit of the doubt just on that fact alone, just because you know him, you feel comfortable with him to that point. But yeah, that one's definitely one you guys are going to have to let me know in the comments, because I'm very torn. Like, personally, I would want to just believe my partner and be like, nah, my partner wouldn't be like that. But I do understand that there is some circumstantial evidence that he did cross the boundary, and that's up to you, if you want to be like, that's grape or not. I mean, that's obviously you guys' point of view and take on that. And I wouldn't say you're wrong in that take if I'm being straight with you. I wouldn't, because you could be like, nah, the cum would have been dry on her thigh. It wouldn't have been wet, but the fact that it was in her coochie and then dropped out makes sense. You guys let me know what you think about it in the comments, though. It's a very touchy subject just because of the whole grape aspect of it. Yeah, I mean, that's where it gets a little touchy. That's where it's like, ugh. Personally, like I said, for me, I would want to give my partner the benefit of the doubt. That's just me, though. You guys let me know what you think, though. All right, on to our next one. Cheating girlfriend, video leaked, need help. Oh, shit. Oh, okay. I'm almost positive I found a video of my girlfriend of 6 years having sex with a different guy on the internet in the same time frame that we have been dating. Only problem is it doesn't show her face. She denies it, but the moles, birthmarks, and hair all match up. I have used Google reverse image and sites alike to find a longer / original video, but no luck. Is there anyone that could help me track down the original source, help me find a longer video, or any advice for me? It has torn me up for months now, and I just can't seem to believe her. I mean, exact birthmarks and exact hair, exact same mannerisms, but she completely denies it's her. So I'm turning to here to maybe find some help. Woo! Shit! Personally, if you can't believe her and she's over here saying that it's not her, but a lot of circumstantial evidence is lining up, I would just break it off. I would just say, nah, girl, breaking that shit off. The only reason I say that is because, dude, it's not a thing of like you would want her to admit that that's her in the video, but it's like if there's just so much circumstantial evidence to where it's like birthmarks, hair, the way you moan and all that kind of stuff. Obviously, that's what he means by mannerisms, is the way she moans and the way she's, rocking that booty and all that kind of stuff. He looks at it like, yeah, that's what you do. That's how you look when you bent over. You know what I mean? When I'm smacking up the cheeks. But in the video, that ain't me smacking up the cheeks. That's somebody else. And I really think that video is out there because the dude that's in the video smacking her cheeks, I think what it was is he took that video, she thought like, oh no, you keep that video to yourself, like don't send that out, blah, blah, blah. He wanted to probably be with her. She was like, nah, this was just a little fun thing. He got mad, probably leaked that video, if I'm being straight with you. So I don't think there is really like a longer video. I don't think there is a way to find, a different video or anything like that. I think that is the video, but the fact that you're able to kind of pick those things out and you're able to pick them out like immediately and kind of be like, yeah, that's my girl. Personally, I would just get up out of that relationship and I wouldn't even, wow, what is the word I'm trying to find? I wouldn't even put it up to chance that it isn't. I just wouldn't even put up the chance that and it sucks because that's 6 years, bro. That's 6 years of a relationship. That's what's gotta suck. 6 years of a relationship, and it's just like, fuck, man. But again, like, if you can't believe her and too many things line up, I wouldn't take the chance on it and that not being her. I would not take the chance on that not being her. It would be way too hard. It'd be way too difficult for you to continue that relationship. And you're only going to be putting yourself through heartache. Let's be honest. Yeah, you're only going to be putting yourself through heartache. And that's already too much. Nah, that's already too much, bro. I'd call that relationship off, move on, do what you got to do. I get it. 6 years, that's tough. That's tough. That is not necessarily a relationship you could just walk away from like it's nothing. 100%. I guarantee you. I get it. But it is a thing where I think you're going to have to. Yeah. I think it's a thing where you're going to have to, man. All right. This is going to be our last scenario for today's Patreon Day episode. The free May Patreon episode, man. Hope you guys have been enjoying the episode. If you got this far in the episode, man, definitely, and I mean definitely, get on down there, patreon.com/MyTheAssholePodcast, man. Hop on that Patreon, baby. $3 a month, man. Get you the exclusive episodes every single Friday, all right? Join the already 30 members over there on the Patreon. Let's get on into it. Our last scenario for today is, am I the asshole for ending it over sex on a break? Uh-oh. That's a red flag. That's a red flag. All right, because I guarantee you it was a thing where she wanted to go on a break, she smashed dude, and then tried to come back. But I don't know. Let's see. I, 31 male, and my ex-girlfriend, 28 female of 4 years, have been on a break for about a month now. Ooh. The break has involved some fairly heavy emotional and psychological manipulation of me by her. Example, lying about pregnancy, threatening self-harm, etc. Something she does is she likes to threaten to get with other guys or say she has gotten with them to elicit a reaction from me. She's been doing this throughout our relationship. Basically, there is a lot of trauma until last weekend. The situation was essentially me asking for space and her trying to get me to talk when I wasn't ready. Oh, so you asked for the break. Okay. On Saturday, we met up. We talked for hours and made some progress on our issues. We had sex, which we said was NSA, but really wasn't for either of us. I don't know what NSA stands for, but I guess so. Then we met up again for dinner after being apart for a couple hours. Dinner was a bit acrimonious, sure, as we are both hurting, but we agreed to keep working on things. We also both promised not to see anyone else or do anything sexual with anyone else during our break. Then dinner ended and she wanted to stay over. I said no because I didn't want to take it too far, too fast. I offered to put her in an Uber back to her mom's where she was staying. She didn't take my no very well and got angry. She insisted on calling her own Uber. This was all Saturday night. On Sunday, she told me that she had slept with another man the night before. She had gotten the Uber to his house and slept with him, and they had full sex. To prove it, she showed the receipt from another Uber back from the guy's house the following morning. Yesterday, she backtracked and said that, in fact, she had gotten an Uber to her female friends and stayed with her. So she showed you a receipt of her taking an Uber from his house to her house, but then she backtracks and says, no, that wasn't his house. That was my friend's house. I don't know about that. I don't know. This morning, she went back to the original story, another guy with whom she had sex. Now she is claiming that she did go to another guy, but they stopped short of penetrating. Come on, man.
Stop the cap.
So 3 different versions of events. I don't know what to believe or how to feel. Technically, this isn't cheating, I guess, but it hurts me a lot that she would have been taking breaks from dinner with me to message this guy and arrange to do whatever they did. It also hurts me that she went back on her word not to see other people within an hour. That's insane. And honestly, I would say that it's cheating because you guys agreed not to see anybody during your break. The fact that you guys agreed and she broke that, I would count that as cheating. If I'm being honest with you, I would count that as cheating. I have told her I never want to speak to her again. She feels she did nothing wrong as she was technically single. Bear in mind, this woman is basically my wife. Am I the asshole? Bro, that is no longer your wife. That you need to kick that girl to the curb, bruh. You need to be done with her. If I'm being honest with you, you needed to be done with her before this break even started. If I'm being straight with you. A lot of people love to stay in like really shitty relationships. And I'm talking relationships where they know it's bad for them. And you want to know why I say this? Because I always say I am a proponent of keeping relationships together. I feel like people break up far too easily. They break up over the smallest little dumb shit and it's stupid. But the fact that you said that there's a lot of manipulation within this relationship where you will say that you want space, this and that, and then she's over here, oh, I'm going to go sleep with this person, and I'm going to go do this. Oh, I'm going to hurt myself if you don't see me, da da da. That right there tells you this relationship should not have continued. That already tells you right there. The relationship should have not continued. That piece of information is why I'm saying before the break even happened, this relationship should have been over. If I'm being straight with you. I mean, I get it's tough because you probably have been with this girl for a really long time. It's tough because you really love her. You really care about her. You do want a future. You see that future. You know that, a lot of things that you're going through are fixable. 100%. 100%. But at the same time, you do got to understand that sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze, man. And getting out of the relationship is sometimes better than trying to stay in it. And in this kind of situation, getting out is better than staying in it. There's sometimes where there's just very blatant telltale signs of like, yeah, this is over. You know what I mean? And I think those were the signs right there. The fact that when you wanted just space, you didn't want to break up with her. You didn't want to break from her or anything like that. You just needed space. You're like, babe, just give me some space to kind of do me. You go do you. And then we come back and we be powerful together. The fact that she's not giving you that lets me know that she had, and then the fact that you're saying, oh, she's manipulating by saying, oh, I'm going to go sleep with this guy and I'm going to go do this. I'm going to hurt myself. That lets me know that the relationship is just not going to work. No matter how much you guys talk, no matter how much effort you put into it, no matter how many times you guys come together and, talk about your problems and go through therapy and all this kind of stuff. It's not going to work. It's just not going to work. And it sucks. It definitely does. It definitely does. But that's just the way that goes, man. But you guys let me know what you think about that one in the comments, as well as everything that we've gone over today. If you have a confession that you can only confess anonymously, definitely put it down in the comments. I appreciate you guys for watching today's Patreon Free May episode. Hey, get on that Patreon, man. More episodes like this. The juiciness don't stop. I hit you with the spicy hot fire every week. You know what we do. I will see you guys on Sunday for our Sunday episode. Yes, you little spoiled brats are getting a Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday episode. God damn. Woo! You guys got to stop putting me on this craziness. I need a break. No, I'm just kidding. I love doing the podcast. I love making content for you guys. Again, if you are watching this episode, most likely I will be live at this time. Definitely go over to YouTube, or if you want to, Twitch or Kick. My Twitch and Kick handles are over here. Definitely check your boy out. Everything will be linked down in the description. I love you guys all. I'll see you on Sunday, and peace.